About myself. I am Dr. Kimberly J. Davis. I have a PhD in philosophy and religion with an emphasis on women's spirituality. So not only am I a scholar, like that's the technical stuff, but I embody spirit. I'm a spiritualist. I live this work. I breathe this work. I lean into my ancestors, my spirit guides. I meditate. I do yoga. Like this is my life, being connected to that which is me and that which is beyond me, that which extends out into the collective. But I wasn't always this way. And so I consider myself to be a white supremacist, capitalist patriarchy survivor, meaning that while I was once immersed in those systems for survival for close to 30 years as a corporate executive, I now intentionally live my life on the margins, and that is as a spiritualist, entrepreneur, scholar, teacher, and activist. And my work centers the lived experiences of Black women who suffer in silence from the effects of historical and intergenerational harm and trauma. And so, why do I do this? Because healing these trauma effects that are passed down through our lineages, and sharing this healing wisdom in community, it creates the spaciousness we need for familial, communal, and universal healing, which is my inspiration for all of the work that I do, for the courses that I create, for the Journey Healing Institute, which is a nonprofit organization that I have created that centers the healing of Black and Brown women through educational programs, through healing labs, hands-on healing labs, which are hands-on healing practices, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But our mission, and I just want to share our mission. I am the founder of Journey Healing Institute, and our mission is to provide transformative, spiritualized, ancestral, traditional, and indigenous research, going back, Sankofa, going back and fetching it. This is the way that I look at research, education, and practical tools, resources, and programs. I am a practitioner. I just don't research and write just for the hell of researching and writing. And so I also teach people how to put rituals and practices and to embody the teachings and the wisdom and not just pontificate and talk about it and have it be performative. And so the Journey Healing Institute is a healing collective, and it was founded on the principles of healing justice. And it is made up of spiritualists, dreamers, educators, and healing practitioners who use spiritualized healing technologies in community. We are using these technologies in community. And I had referenced the healing labs, but that's what our healing labs is all about, is how do we bring people with similar needs, with similar issues together in one space to be able to invite our ancestors and to use spiritualized approaches to healing our fragmented bodies. Our bodies become fragmented just by the everyday back and forth of living in a Black female body, to restore our overconsumed bodies, to reclaim ancestral and cultural lineages, and to resist the effects of internalized systemic oppression. And I know that's a lot in terms of a mission, but if I narrow it down, it's like we do healing centered education for Black and Brown Indigenous women. Some of our program offerings, and I alluded to that earlier, was again educational courses and programs and certifications. This is one of our first certification programs in terms of an educational certification program. I've done a lot of Reiki certification programs, energy healing programs. I created last year a soul to soul healing program that focused on healing or offering education and literature around healing the effects of intergenerational trauma. And we have also launched Neurocatalyst Academy, which is a micro school for Black and Brown neurodivergent children. And Kira, I'm not sure if Kira is on here, but Kira Davis is the founder and the head of that particular program that is part of the umbrella of program offerings that we do at Journey Healing Institute. And one of the things that we do is especially in terms of the micro school, is that those Black and Brown neurodivergent children got mamas who need support in their child's journey, and we offer them that support through our healing labs. And so some of the healing labs that we've done, and what the healing lab does is, again, it takes a particular a common issue. I don't even want to say issue. People with common lived experiences, like K through 12 educators, and dealing with burnout, dealing with compassion fatigue, who deal with a similar lens or a similar frame of imbalances, that they can come into the sacred space, the sacred container, through ritual and put it in community. And so a lot of our harm happens in community, so we advocate for healing in community. And lastly, we do also healing intensives. And so we're just starting to kick that off. And that is more deeper dive into a lot of the healing labs and the courses, and kind of pulling it all together into retreat spaces. I don't like to call it retreat because it's not just about, laying up and getting massages. It really is about doing the intense healing work, the healing and recovery work, in order to open ourselves up to the joy. And so that's looking at it more as a holistic approach to our work. And so those are some of our program offerings. I would be remiss if I did not share with you Journey Healing Institute, which is the umbrella under which I am offering this course.